This is one of those times I forgot to hit record, but today I'm going to show you guys how to prime a well pump. This is going to be a super quick video. Basically, I came here, the power's been off, and there's a problem with the point at the bottom of this, or check valve, so it doesn't hold the pressure in the line. Right now, I just filled up the water. If you have a gracious neighbor to help you out and let you use a hose, this is a much easier process. But if you don't have any water, you got to fill up a bucket and do it hand style. All I did is I took off the pressure gauge. This goes directly into the ground. That's where the well pump is. But this just twists right off, obviously not with your hand. You're gonna need some pliers. There's a little nut right there. And you just take that nut off. And once you're done, you wrap it in some Teflon tape or some pipe dope. That way it can have a good seal. You can kind of see there's a little bit of pipe dope on here already. It's just Teflon basically. Or not Teflon, I don't even know. It's basically just like these fibers that go inside here and just makes a better seal. But you take this off, you fill that with water, put that back on, prime the pump up, and that's it. This is the pressure switch right here. Instead of going back and forth from the breaker, you see this right here? Just use a piece of wood. Watch. See, that starts the pump. Right now it's open because the pressure gauge basically lifts it open. This is the pressure switch right here. So once the pump gets to a certain pressure, this shuts off, and you actually adjust the pressure with that little doohickey right there. You just tighten it, loosen, or use a wrench to tighten it and loosen it. Now I'm gonna close this up because I don't need it anymore, but we already primed our pump, we're good to go. But that's literally how you do it. So if your pump just makes a noise like woo, and it doesn't sound like it's getting that full prime, this is your issue. You aren't getting, or you don't have water in there. You might have a bigger issue with the check valve, but typically to fix that, sometimes you might have a check valve at the top, but the other times it's down in the ground. Ours in this case is down in the ground. We aren't gonna pull this pump and pull the pipe. This is a pretty deep well, so we're not gonna do that. So instead what we do when the power turns off, simply just fill it up with water and get it done. And once you get this going, make sure you bleed out the line just to get all the debris. Just run it for a bit, just to kind of get all the debris out that may have settled in there. I'll show you why, because inside, if you leave it on, like if you just turn on a faucet without doing that back over there and bleeding the lines, all the debris that was inside the line or that may have been put into there go into all your faucets and fixtures. So it's important to bleed the line before that happens. It's like you can see here, this was left on in here. I didn't even come and look inside until I got the pump primed up, and I didn't realize this was left on. Someone had left it on. But you can see here all the debris in here, and you can see it's really nasty. But we're gonna go ahead and bleed the lines because a lot of the junk that was in there kind of came in here. But you don't want that inside like your toilet valves or inside any of the valves throughout the house. So make sure you go ahead and check your water to make sure that didn't happen. If it did, just try to make the path of least resistance. We'll go ahead and check the other ones just to make sure. I mean, we're bleeding it right now. Wow, I don't know what happened in here. Another thing you can check is this pressure switch. Sometimes ants get stuck in between these pads. You saw how they just clicked open right there. Sometimes ants, lizards, just insects, anything gets stuck in there. Usually you can use like a piece of wood to get it out. Be careful though, because this is electrical, so you can definitely zap yourself. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, you just make sure those pins are open. You can mess with use like a piece of wood to separate the pins, and if there's like an ant in there, sometimes it trips it up and messes with it. But again, those are the things to check. First is the water pressure. If you just hear it just not priming, if the pump won't turn on at all, it's either your breaker box or this pressure switch. You can flip it, just finagle with it. If it starts making like zapping noises, it's highly likely it's your pressure switch. If you don't get any zapping or anything, then it's definitely your breaker. So those are the quick 3 things to check. Usually if it's anything else more advanced than that, it's probably best to call a well company out so you don't blow up your well or anything. But thanks for watching, guys.